Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. I was supposed to schedule this at 11:30, but I had to push it back for some specific reasons. And I'm going to continue on my specific reasons in a minute. But first things first, hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive Tuesday so far. Congratulations to the proud parents of 2023, especially for those in New York City. You know, next stages and next phases in life. We building. What's going on, my guy? Tanya, what's going on, baby? Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the talking conversation. Definitely, definitely was a good one. If you missed it, you catch the replay. I'm just chopping it up real quick. Um, Part of the reason why I had to push my live back was only because I had to catch my temper today. I was about to be real unprofessional to the fullest extent. But see, this is what I'm gonna tell you. One thing somebody's adamant on is respect. Even when it comes down to you trying to make calls to inquire certain things. It's just some things you don't do. And if you don't like the jobs that you got, you shouldn't be working these jobs. Because you're gonna have to deal with people. You're gonna have to deal with questions, so on and so forth. James, what's going on? Val, what's going on, baby? Now you mean to tell me call to inquire about something that technically is my right to do, and you literally hang up on me within not even a minute being on the phone? That right there is unprofessional. And when you have situations like that, a lot of y'all need to be vocal and stand up on it. Because this is the problem we have now. And this is happening around the world. We're gonna have people that just they feel like they stuck at a job, they feel like they don't want to do this job no more, they feel like they've been here forever. If that's the case and you even getting that disgruntled, you need to quit or retire or go find something that makes you happy. Uncle L, what's going on? And the reason why I'm gonna go in the mall because this ain't the first time that it happened, not just to me, but a couple people. So somebody gonna be possibly losing their job, and I could care less about that. You don't need that position if that's what you want to do. Because for all you know, that could have been one of your high ups calling from a number or a different number. You wouldn't even know. They could be calling you to inform you on something, and you just hung up on them being rude. Could have been anybody, and you calling there being rude. You hung up on them. So yeah, you gotta go. Letitia, what's going on, baby? And I want to say for those who live in the city first, I'm addressing everybody that live in the city, especially those who live again in all of the New York City housing developments. If you see and spot any type of corruption or anything that's going on, especially is dealing with your amenities, y'all need to voice your opinions because I know most of y'all went through a rent hike. Now my thing with that is, how do you spike the rent, right? When half of the amenities that's supposed to be included in in this damn situation ain't up to par, ain't being met. Make it make sense. This is just one aspect of how you really want to tackle something. I'm gonna tackle this on all fronts. See, tomorrow I'm gonna be calm, cool, collective. I really almost went in there today and had to stop myself. That's because this is how you know I don't play that. If I'm being respectful, you should be respectful as well. It wouldn't matter if I called from a block number or actual number you could get back in contact with. The fact that you hung up on two different occasions, oh no, you gotta go. We ain't playing that. I'm going all the way in tomorrow. That's what a lot of y'all should be doing. Standing up and vocalizing what's going on. Again, I know when it comes to any, and I don't, that's not just New York City, that's anywhere where there's an apartment complex. Most of the amenities that are included is going to be the parks, parking lots, if they do have them. You know, the local shopping areas, so on and so forth. But my thing, all in all, is half of the amenities that are included, that's even down to the elevators. If you got buildings with elevators in it, how could you expect me to pay a rent increase on something when we barely got half of the stuff fixed that's supposed to be fixed? We don't have half of those included amenities as we speak. Some of these spots don't have their cooling centers where they could go for the older folks. Especially we about to be in a heat wave next week. Rachel, what's going on, baby? Lala, what's going on, baby? Like prime example, it's about to be a heat wave. Summer's right around this corner. Now, at some point, it's about to get crucial in this city. Why? Because again, some of these spots they implementing on closing playgrounds at certain times. It's summertime. You know these kids ain't got nothing to do in the summer. You done took away a lot of stuff that would have been progressive for them. And the ones who are doing something that can be constructive, is only so much they can do. So again, I asked the question on how do you make that work? Now, if you want to implement something in particular on those lines of having a curfew time for a park, you're supposed to do that during the school year, period. During the school year, no. At a certain time, playground should be closed because the kids should be home ready for school tomorrow, ready for whatever tomorrow, even if it's homeschool. But during the summer, when you know everybody and their mama is going to be staying out late in the city, you're bugging. You want to know why? All right. Some of this is happening because of certain situations that happened recently, especially around these park areas. But guess what? You're pushing all the dumb stuff to the park areas because some of these areas where it could be opened up, they either closed up, they done switched up, or they done did whatever. So you displacing people at the end of the day, whether you believe that or not. Angela, what's going on, baby? I didn't even see you pop in. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Yeah, but see, this the thing, Letitia. I wasn't even on the phone a minute. I literally just said, yo, I gotta inquire. I want to inquire something. I'm a resident of such and such. Just want to inquire why this. And then, and hung up. Like you ain't even say nothing in English. Not even that it was in English. If you were speaking, you were so quick on getting me off the phone that you just hung up because nothing made sense. So again, that was being rude. We're not doing that. A lot of you going to have to start standing up on your rights, and those are included. Your amenities is supposed to be the nearest playgrounds, schools, shopping centers, so on and so forth. You're bugging. And half of these amenities ain't even be. Half of these damn buildings, their elevators is trash. Some of these buildings, they already done got their fixtures. Now, how you going to tell me, prime example, an area like Williamsburg, and we know it's mostly the Jews and everything on that side. But you mean to tell me all they buildings just about got done with the elevators, and they only got two compared to certain buildings? And you mean to tell me they sucker done within a reasonable time? You know, like it's some shadiness. And a lot of y'all still spotting shadiness, especially if your complexes. Y'all gotta voice your opinions and stand up on that. Like I'm going all the way in tomorrow. Exactly, Letitia, because these people look, at the end of the day, you are supposed to be Not so much as a civil servant, but you are dealing with people. You really don't like your job. That's anybody. I don't care if it's cleaning. I don't care if it's whatever. If you don't like your job, quit and find something that makes you happy. This is why some situations end up happening. When you got people being rude and disrespectful, this is how fights start. Because it doesn't matter what, you don't bring your attitude or bring whatever into your workplace, period. That's called being professional. Even if you got to take a personal day because you feel it might be one of those days, do so. Because you're going to have some people that are not going to be tolerant to disrespect. And even a simple thing like that, you hanging up on somebody, that's a cause for a lot of fights and a lot of headaches. I was walked past one of these office buildings yesterday. I think this is after I finished my live. Cops was out there. Why? Because apparently it was a situation between a person that's trying to get help and a person that just felt like because I worked there, because like you don't want to deal with the people and then quit your jobs. I don't care what it is. Don't deal with the people. Telling you the disrespect is real. You trying to get inquiries on things that the people have a right to inquire on. And if you feel you don't want to deal with the answering questions or so on and so forth, you don't want to do your job, then don't do it. Just say you put in your 2 weeks. You're going to have those who are not going to be rude and disrespectful, and those are the ones I feel should keep their job. But the ones who are going to be continuously rude and disrespectful, now y'all got to go. That's just, I'm sorry. Because now that could have been anybody. That could have been one of these elderly folks calling and inquiring on something. You hung up on them. Some of them ain't tolerating that disrespect neither. They don't give a damn who behind a counter, who behind who. Now, if I feel like I go a step further at some point, I would. But tomorrow, I'm just going to be vocal on a few things. And that's what a lot of you residents, whether it's here in New York City or wherever y'all are living at, complex-wise, y'all need to start standing up for real. Stop always just waiting for certain people to make the, no, everybody need to make an adjustment. Now, y'all seen what happened the other day when I was on the live and I showed some of y'all how the park was closed. Why is a park closed at this time of the day when it's afternoon? Now, the following day it was open. Now, I came back here again. 2 straight days this park been closed. You want to know how I know it been closed? Because there's something that's hanging around the kids' jungle gym that been there for like 3 straight days. Make it make sense. Which makes me believe you just doing a whole bunch of madness. And some residencies that do got playgrounds within the backyards of they building, yeah, you got to make sure them housing workers is opening up those parks, because it just don't make no sense. You got kids graduating. We got some people, prime example, today is the last day of school for most kids, at least in the city. Graduations, all of that. It's about to be a heat wave. Some people are not going to want to go on other blocks to go cool down. Prime example, I'm about to go in because I don't remember the last time our sprinkler being on. And when it was on throughout a whole, what? They had to come and cut it off, I believe. That's how long it's been. How do you live in a building, prime example, and I'm just giving this as an example. How do you live in a building where you're supposed to have a sprinkler in the playground and You don't have amenities to none of that right now, and it's supposed to be included. Your sprinkler system is supposed to be working because it's going to be a hot summer out here in the city. Nobody should have to open up no Johnny pumps. Nobody should have to go travel far and beyond to get some sort of cool relief. Some people ain't gonna want to sit in their house all day under AC. People have lives still to live. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a little bit tomorrow, but I'm gonna be calm and collective like how I am today. First things first, whoever took that phone call yesterday, they don't need to be taking no phone calls, and that's the first thing I'm implementing. They don't need to take no phone calls because you gonna be rude to anybody. That could have been the president herself calling to ask about something, and you hung up. We don't do those, so that's gonna be one of them bit addressed. The fact that a park is closed, a sprinkler system don't work still, you closed off a basketball court because of whatever, yeah, that's gonna be a problem too. That's where we going in. And if I gotta go a step further, oh, I'm gonna go a step further because right now enough is enough. And that's how a lot of y'all should feel. Enough is enough right now. Start standing up on what's needed. Stop falling backwards. Really stand up. Be vocal. You don't have to come together as a whole squad and form Voltron on them. Because apparently the message is not clear to some of these people. Kaz, what's going on, baby? I don't know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. But I'm going in. Because again, part of your amenities in a package, even if you live in an apartment complex anyway, it's supposed to be the nearest playground, transportation, school, shopping center, so on and so forth. Even if you don't have parking, including the amenities, if you got a car, you're supposed to be able to park your car somewhere without having to worry about nothing. Yeah. A lot of people want to start voicing their opinions. And seeing part of this is the mayor's fault. Yeah, I'm saying it. Part of this is the mayor's fault. Now, you want to try to close certain parks or implement a curfew for real on these parks. You can't do that, sir, because it is recreational, especially during the summer. Now, during the winter, if you wanted to do that, that would have been all fair game because, again, at a certain time, the kids should be in the crib focusing or studying or even being asleep for the following day if they got school. But then again, when you doing certain things, you closing down certain spots for even the grown-ups to go chill, or even the some of the youngins that really still be out to go chill, now you bringing them to the parks, whether you believe it or not. I'm good, Kaz. I'm good. Another day, another blessing. See, like if I would have went in there at the time frame I thought to go in there, I would have went all the way off. See, my temper is held back. Y'all know when that temper is held back. Because I really wanted to chew off a whole bunch of heads in there. But then again, you would have got upset and wanted to call the cops. No, we're not doing that. I'm going to just chew you out professionally. And if I got to take it a step further, I will. I'm going to be one of them pain in the necks right now. Because again, I'm one of them paying tenants. I'm not going to be going through stuff like that neither. There's times I want to just be able to relax and sit nearby just in case of anything. Yeah. Not going to do that. That's anybody because some of y'all going to have kids, toddlers with you. Some of y'all not going to want to get off of your blocks to go further out, especially when this heat wave comes. Telling you, it's going to get crucial. We already know how the kids are when they hot and tired and aggravated. They going to make you aggravated. You're not giving no type of, not giving no type of duress where it's needed. So I said it's adamant for a lot of y'all to start standing on your things, including your rights, your amenity rights, everything. It's about that time. The more y'all sit back and allow things to occur, the more stupidness they're going to keep doing. Like, I'm going to go in because, again, why was this park closed all day? And the excuse you gave was because it's raining. It doesn't matter if it's raining or shining. The damn park was supposed to be open. Oh, I got pictures and a little bit of everything. Trust me, I'm going all the way in because I'm one of them tenants that I'm not playing. I'm going to go all the way in if I have to. And no, I'm not no building president. wouldn't want to do that anyway because you got to go through a whole bunch. Like I said, you got to deal with all these so and so's, and I'm not one of them that they gonna want to deal with because I'm gonna be real vocal, and if I got to get real gutter, I'm gonna get real gutter because this is not a game no more. You got people who possibly losing their apartments or losing their homes because of all this stuff that happened during this pandemic, which y'all not thinking about. So I'm saying, like, I don't know what else you want me to say, but I'm going all the way in tomorrow without having to go in. They're gonna get a mini eulogy without getting cursed out, and I want to see how long they're gonna try to implement something. Because that was the first thing I said today. I seen one of the workers because now apparently the workers are supposed to be the ones opening these parks that do get locked up. So if the workers don't open the park, you're supposed to run down on them, not run down on them, but you're supposed to find out and inquire why. And if they tell you something different, you're supposed to go to your office and make sure that this is like, but this is the problem. There's certain parks that they only going to do that to. They're not going to do that to every park out here because most of these parks is open to the public, even in the nighttime. We the city that never sleeps. Sometimes you got people outside playing ball in the late night. If I come outside, prime example, if I just worked the night before, I come home, I slept most of my day, I come out, I want to come and have a good time, get some air, breathe, chop it up. I can't do so. So what are you leaving me to do? What are you leaving anybody else that really thinks along those lines? Some people don't like to be out in certain spots because we already know what it is. It ain't about being scared, it's just about being wise and just aware of what's going on. So I'm saying take the time, know your rights on all accords. There's nothing wrong with gaining that knowledge of doing so. Because you're gonna have people, even in these private buildings, they doing a lot of scumlord stuff that shouldn't be done. And some of those people look like they don't even want to open their mouth. But I'm gonna be a vocal visual for everybody. Sometimes you're gonna have to just do that. You know, it's things that need to be fixed that's included in those amenities and they ain't been fixed yet. You shouldn't have to pay no spike and no rent or nothing. If anything, you shouldn't have to pay but half of the rent because you're not getting all the full amenities. Everybody better start looking into their rights, looking into their leases, everything. If you own a home, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. But even still, you need to read the fine print. Again, reading and being knowledgeable on what you're doing and what you're signing could definitely save you. And it could be beneficial because it's knowledgeable. That was one thing I knew as a kid. Anytime you getting put into any of these apartment areas or complexes, you are supposed to have the amenities to the community, which is the playgrounds, transportation if needed, school, fire zones, all that. It's supposed to be that way. That is part of being and living in the community, regardless of where you at. Whether you living in the projects or you living in the brownstone buildings or you living in the private houses, it doesn't matter. That's supposed to be all the amenities right there. Again, you got some elderly folks. I just watched two elderly folks this morning that I know for a fact shouldn't have been going but so far. They had to go far to go sit down and have their morning sit down and whatever. And then had to drag themselves back here. That's not right. You messing up people's routines. You got some older folks that will come out in the morning, even if they didn't have a doctor's appointment with them, they come out, they're not trying to go sit right directly in their house, and it's gonna be too hot for that. Some of them don't have AC, so they're gonna want to come sit outside for a little bit, but then when it's time to go up, they're gonna go up. It's not about just the people, no, it's about everybody. It's not just about one group of people, it's about everybody. And if you ain't gonna stand up on that, then that's gonna always be a problem. You gotta take into consideration everybody has rights regardless. And if you're all living in the same area and you all going through the same oppression, y'all all need to stand the hell up and really make your voices heard. Whether it's going to the city councilman, whether it's going to the mayor, whether it's going to whoever. Some of y'all gonna have to start doing that. And I feel at some point a lot of y'all are gonna do that. I'm probably gonna hear a lot of that about that in the city or something. Because there's certain spots again, you got it closed off, got it blocked off, and if you building whatever you're supposed to be building, again, you knocking off people that was in comfortable spots. Now they gotta find other spots to go resonate and go migrate, if you want to say it that way. That ain't right. But for my peoples that actually be out here grilling and serving food and doing whatever on these sidewalks, y'all gonna have to find a spot or gonna have to try to lease a spot so you can do something legit because they not playing around either. I watched the whole truck the other day taking nothing but grills. They said any grills that's chained up anywhere that it shouldn't be chained up, they taking those. Taking bikes and all of that too. So some of y'all gonna have to be mindful of what's going on in the city because they doing a lot of sneaky, shady stuff. If you don't want to be those one of those ones going off the deep end, especially for your property, gotta make sure your property is safe and locked up safe. And some of those grills I seen them taking, I know for a fact those grills cost over $600 to $1,000 because those ain't no cheap grills. Those is those, yeah, big smokers. Like, come on, we building. What's going on? You already know, bro. Appreciate you. I ain't gonna hold y'all all afternoon either. You know, I just feel I'm gonna do this. Probably ain't even gonna be on for the next half an hour. I felt this was a message that was gonna come out today anyway. It's time for y'all to really start standing up on all rights, even where you live at. You have rights, and if your rights are being violated, no, you have to stand up because this is becoming a problem. Too many people sitting back and letting things happen, and they ain't trying to say, you know what? Nah, this is wrong. Because again, everybody's only thinking about self. Me, I'm not thinking about self. When I go in tomorrow, I'm going in not just for me, but for everybody that had to go through some sort of rude confrontation with somebody. I'm going in for those who are used to a certain routine and now their routines have been thrown off. I'm going in for those, especially those who just moved in here who got young kids. They don't want to go to this block, this block, this block. My park would probably be one of the safest parks out of my whole area. One of the safest parks. There ain't too much going on. The most you gonna get is some loud music sometimes when niggas got the speakers out, but that's just normal for anybody. Summertime. You know what it is out here. BMF, what's going on? But then you gonna have those again, like it's not gonna be too much issues. And you got people that come from other places to come to our park a lot of times because it's safer there than it's safe on any other block. So you got to make that make sense. I'm going all the way in tomorrow. And if I feel I don't get some sort of whatever, if I don't get no type of resolution by this week, like I said, I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm gonna inquire and do what needs to be done. And yeah, y'all really not gonna like me. And the one thing I know that housing and a few other spots hate is any type of media press or publicity about it. So y'all need to stop being so slumlordish and do what's right. Oh no, BMF, you ain't the only one, bro. I had to catch myself because I already seen where I was going. They'd have been calling the cops because I'd have been in there irate and flipping out. Because number one, I still would have wanted to know who hung the phone up on me. I don't care who you are. Don't hang up no phone on anybody. You don't know who could have been calling, and that even that could have been an important call, and you just hung up. Yeah, you need to go. You don't need to be no receptionist no more. There's things that need to be done in this block, and if you ain't gonna do it, then y'all don't need y'all jobs. I will make all the necessary moves if I have to. And some of y'all, again, y'all know what y'all signed up for. Prime example, and I'm speaking to you, New York City housing workers that do groundskeeping or whatever. You know what the hell you signed up for. And if you wasn't trying to sign up for it, you shouldn't have signed up for it. Don't think just because of all the benefits. That's the problem with some of y'all that want to get these city jobs. Y'all think just because the benefits and everything, that's supposed to mean something. No, you still have a damn job to do. You still have a fucking duty to do something that's supposed to be done. Not doing it. And then some of y'all, again, y'all feel like y'all done got stressed out. Y'all don't like your job. Some of y'all done stuck it out a couple years. Some of y'all have probably been here more than 10, but it don't matter. You chose to stay in a position. You chose whatever. So you know what comes with the damn thing. You know your position, even if it's a city worker, you clean it. You know what's required. You got to keep shit clean. Simple. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, wow, BMF here. You going to have to cool off, bro. And for those who got medical issues, this is another reason why I said those who have medical issues, try to keep yourself cool as possible. And if you got to move further away from where you would normally be trying to hang out, get some air and relax, definitely make sure you make the complaints that's necessary. Just like I said this morning, it didn't make no sense. This lady got to be in her 70s, maybe in her 80s, drenching in sweat because she had to come down from a whole nother park further down the block from me because our park ain't open. I'm about to really be vocal about a few things. Yeah, you're going to get tired of the tenants really complaining and bringing it to the forefront, but y'all still slipping up. And some of the people you got working in these damn positions, whether they are groundskeepers or not, they don't really want to do their jobs. They just want them. They just want them damn benefits. And I said it like I said it. I can tell when somebody is passionate and like their job, and when somebody just hate doing something. And if you hate doing something, you got an option as a city worker after a certain amount of time to retire, right? So if you feel you don't even want to do that no more, you can retire and do what you do. Again, this is what happens when some of them don't read up on their laws and statutes and stuff like that for work. Got to do that. No matter what job you got, read up on everything you need to read up on. And if you feel this is something you ain't gonna be able to deal with, then you don't deal with it. Too many unprofessional people in these professional positions. Even when it comes down to city council seats and everything, too many unprofessional people in these seats for professionals. Hammer, what's going on, baby? Nah, that's a whole fact, Chris. Nah, because you gotta look at it, bro. Prime example in the city, most people ain't gonna want to be going outside of their blocks. And it's not saying that people got beefs or people are scared. It's just some people are gonna be that tired, they already gonna know what to expect, and they ain't gonna want to have to go through the headaches and the hassles. I gotta go through all this, and then if I got kids with me and whatever else, if I'm sitting here, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. That's extra headaches and hassles. And then during the heat wave, nobody want to go through that. You think somebody want to go 3 to 5 blocks down to go hang out, or not even hang out? You think anybody want to go 3 to 5 blocks down, especially the older folks, to go sit somewhere and get into a shade area? Like, come on, you're doing too much. A lot of these buildings in particular, they don't allow no access, and they're not really giving access to these quote unquote cooling centers for those people that do want to come out. Sorry, it's a lot of things that people need to take into consideration. They are literally taking little, pieces of rights from you, even the most important rights. At some point, you should stand up. But BMF, definitely, you lucky because some people have passed out or people have ended up going to the hospital with nobody around them, bro. So you good. Sometimes it's good to have family around. And see, prime example. Shout outs to Wilma. Because before I bumped into Wilma this morning, she's seen the same lady I was talking about, and she was like, "Yo, that's crazy. Like the she's drenching in sweat." She said I had to make sure she was good. Yeah, because it's my thing. You got these people who have walkers and scooters, and the ones that's using their walkers because they feel they still want to walk and keep themselves, whatever. Come on. You jacking it up too much, man. Some of these spots, again, these people can't go and sit and try to relax because you digging up, you doing all sorts of stuff. Come on. Yeah, you taking away the basic rights of people, even down to the human rights. And some of y'all should be tired of that. Some of y'all should really get up and bring it to the way it's supposed to be brought. There's no way you could tell me you only thinking about yourself and nobody else. You know, and this is the thing they not realizing. You got people who have severe health problems. So if they can only go but so far and you blocking and locking areas that should be open to them, you setting them up for failure. Some people either have seizures, some people can end up having heat stroke, a possible stroke, depending on what's what. You forgot. Nobody wants to be sitting directly in no heat wave and directly in front of no sun. Some people gonna want the most shade they could get and trying to stay cool. When you are taking away basic amenities from the people who deserve that, they shouldn't have to pay full rent. That's how I look at it. Shouldn't have to pay no full anything if you ain't even leaving things open. Prime example, another thing that was supposed to have been if people wasn't supposed to have been paying rent during the pandemic, and then they still ended up paying rent. Whatever in particular things is going on, that should be added towards that. You know what I'm saying? There's too many rope-a-dopes going on right now. You know, and guess what? There are some things that people just don't want to have to go through. You know, we got a bunch of weird stuff going on out here. And some people ain't going to want to go further outside of their boundaries, especially if they don't feel safe. Or if they don't feel if they don't feel their kids are safe. Well, what's going on? Because we've been seeing some weird stuff. That's another thing I'm gonna bring up. You trying to take away the people's rights to basically, you know, have any type of good whatever vibes with the people. When we got a street full of people out here right now that's supposed to be literally, if they on paper, it's supposed to be in these facilities that we speak of, and they running around here looking and getting crazy. Yeah, I'll wait. That's why I said a lot of y'all, even in the city, gonna have to start really going the distance now. How long you gonna sit back and allow things to happen? Like I said, I'm not allowing that. Tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna be in there. Like I said, I'm gonna come out at 2 different times tomorrow. And if I see that it's locked, I'm going in. Going all the way in. First, I'm gonna find one of the workers. And if they tell me something I don't want to hear, going over there to the office. If they don't tell me something I want to hear, I'm gonna call the higher ups. By next week, there should be no more hassles until me in school. It's sad when you look at it because again, they taking down even your basic rights. It's like they literally closing us up in a box. And nobody's trying to break out of this box. You're just going to continue to let yourself get crushed up. Nah. Go to these community meetings, start going to these offices, and you want to have to start marching together. Can't just be a couple people. It can't just be a couple kids, couple young adults, and couple elders. No, everybody got to band together. It's needed right now. Oh, Letitia, you already know that, but I'm not gonna have to do much because I'm gonna show them pictures every other day of what's going on. I don't even gotta do no live stream. I could simply just send a lot of different things out that I want to if I have to. That's what's gonna end up happening. A lot of people gonna be upset because I feel like you're not doing your job. This is one of the reasons somebody was asking me, "Well, why you ain't running for building president?" Because I know I know what is required of, and I'm not going to not with my work schedule. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Like I said, it'd be my luck. I'm supposed to be working, but then I gotta go out here to Albany and deal with these ones, deal with these ones, and now I gotta man. Listen, I'm not going through that. And see any of these positions, like prime example, even for tenant patrol association presidents and all of that. Most of those is for the people that you know for a fact they either done retired or they not working as actively, so they could take those jobs, take those positions. Person like me, I'm already halfway run out as I speak now. Think I'm gonna run myself out, not to be funny. I'm still gonna be repping for the peeps, but I ain't gonna burn myself out neither. If nobody really gonna be vocal and really stand up, I'm gonna do my part. Like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna do my little part, and they gonna be mad at me. If I feel like I come in there every so often with a complaint, it'll be one. So y'all get the picture that some people are not playing. When things are being done unfairly and the people are not standing up and really coming together, we ain't gonna never get it fixed. 'Cause I'm telling you, my next move, I would have said something illegal, but I said I ain't gonna do it. But I'm gonna let it be known to them at some point that's what's gonna end up happening. You are taking the risk at people, they're gonna start doing certain things just because of the situations you put into place right now. If you think people don't know how to clip locks and do all this extra stuff, you're bugging. Setting yourself up for a failure that you don't want. You know, again, I could see it happening like that during the school year. You know, I keep it closed for safety reasons. But then you gonna have some people that just hop the fences anyway. So again, you not really alleviating some sort of problem. And I'm gonna let that be known too, because again, none of these kids should have to be hopping certain fences or anything to try to get on a basketball court that should be open, or try to get into a park to go play when it should be open. So, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of everything tomorrow. This next week gonna be one. Oh no, I'm gonna do that because that's what happened one time before. We had this situation happen a few years back. They try to keep our park closed for a hot minute, and then they try to implement some sort of BS excuse. But once that news got cold, they changed up everything. So I guess I'm gonna be doing this again because I feel like this is a repeat of what's happening. We ain't doing that. I gotta spark the revolution again. I'm gonna do so. I don't care. This don't make no damn sense. But then again, we got a heat wave coming, so some people are probably gonna want to come out and not have to go but so far. But again, you still have things that's messed up. So again, you still got answers to answer. Like, why is the sprinkler system not working? But everybody else's sprinkler systems seem to be working. I'm telling you, I'm about to go all the way in. Again, some of y'all gonna have to start coming out to these meetings and doing what's necessary. And that's in all five boroughs. If you know some of your spots is going through it right now and everything is being impacted, stand up and fight for your rights to really live free. I ain't gonna lie to you, that don't make no type of sense at all. And I'm gonna say that on all accords. Fight for what you know is right. Fight for really things you believe in and you feel could be beneficial changes. Fight for that. It is your right to do so. And again, this is a stern public service announcement to those, even those who think they might want to get into that field of work as far as city jobs is concerned. If you know you ain't prepared for neither of the sort, if you feel that's not going to be the position for you, do not, and I repeat, do not get into that field because if you read the bylaws of what's required, you're gonna have to uphold those things whether you want to or not. That's why reading is fundamental. Start fighting for the right type of things to happen. Prime example, like with city jobs, sometimes you got people who have filled out years ago for a city position and now they just now getting called. Like I granted years mad people to go through as far as the list, but some of these people was already on off the rip. Lil Mario, what's going on, my guy? Just saying. It really is something to think about. Again, even when it come down to your complexes, if there was programs or if there was things that was implemented, now it's not being implemented, fight for that. Buddha, what's going on, baby? Hope you enjoyed your birthday yesterday. Everybody give a belated birthday to Buddha. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, sis. And if y'all haven't done so, you already know y'all can drop links and show love in here. I'm just saying. Gotta get back to that. Like I said, you feel like the community just it ain't strong no more. And it's not strong again because everybody with their division tactics. Like I said yesterday, I seen two people prime example that looked like they could have been mortal enemies, but they all came together for the same accord. They want to see something better. I don't seen it happen, and it can happen. I don't have to personally like you. I don't have to none of that. But if I know we coming together for something bigger than us, I'm going to stand on my right, do what I got to do. And you should be doing the same thing as well. You already know, Buddha. You know how we do it over here, baby. That's what I'm saying. Another day, another blessing. Shoot, happy birthday to anybody who might have a birthday this next week or so. Another year around the sun. And if you're blessed to see so, you know, just be the best you and keep your health and everything else intact for 2024 and beyond. See, I'm always thinking further up, so you're more than welcome, Buddha. But this is what I'm saying. For a fact there's certain things that shouldn't be done. You got to stand on that. Can't cry about it. That's what I'm saying. The community as a whole is just the structure is broke. If I got a personal issue with you, prime example, right? And I'm just looking at it from how some people I notice how some of these darn rivalries end up happening. If I got an issue with you, your kids or anybody else don't got nothing to do with our issue. I'm still, even if I don't like you, I'm not gonna let your kids suffer, just like I wouldn't let my kids suffer. But some people think that that's the way to go too. I don't like you, so I'm gonna make sure nobody around you. Like that's corny. That's blocking another blessing. And again, some of y'all are blessed to be here. Some of y'all are definitely blessed to make something happen. So why not make it happen? The wheels of justice should be what it is. Wheels of justice. We gotta stop allowing people that don't live within the community to shape shift and dictate what goes on in the community. So another thing that needs to happen. I'm not saying it on a division tactic, but the same way everybody else is building and building, we should be able to build as well too. We gotta stop just allowing things to happen. We went from being, really war ready, mentally ready to we knocked out. We knocked right out for the count. And when you got a whole bunch of different distractions going on, that's what makes it worse. Mo, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. Because see, it starts off in one spot and then goes anywhere. Stand firm on what you believe in. Like I'm standing firm tomorrow. And if I don't get nothing I want to get by the end of the week, I'm gonna try to get what I want. Not playing. Right here should be a blueprint for someone who might be going through any type of injustices, no matter where you live. Time for you to stand up and really be a vocal part and be on that forefront when needed. Oh, trust me, if I would have been able to do the thing I wanted to do, I probably would have ran for this. And I probably still would be in the seat right now just because you are supposed to be the voice for the people that live in these areas. So if you got to do what you got to do, you got to do what you got to do. Period. Oh, you already know, Mo. You know how we do it. Well, that's not what I was talking about, but okay. Okay. I know where you going with that, though. But I was just saying from a general aspect, bro. You got too many people that's just they're not fighting for even their basic rights where they live at. And again, the same way everybody else is able to come and build, why we can't build. Now, for certain reasons where you might have to block people off, that's understandable. But everything else, that's just a lot of personal sidebar, and that don't got nothing to do with trying to come together and do something right for those who need it. Again, it's not just the youth that need the help. You got the elderly people that need help. We all need help, but we all supposed to come together, even if it's just for that. I could go hating you back. I could go back to hating you at the end of the day. But today we gonna do this, and then after that, I don't care. I told y'all one time before, and I said it again. I know two people who come together and they do this, and they've been doing this for the last 10 years. They literally hate each other. Like, if they felt it was that deep, they probably would have tried to kill each other already. But they put their differences aside because, again, sometimes they be around youth. And again, how you want to be able to implement something if they see y'all while ago. So again, it's all about what you doing, how you doing it. And despite whatever, bro, you know what's crazy? You just mentioned that lyric, but it's the truth. We all need somebody to lean on. We all are strong, but we still need something to lean on. Come together. Stop settling for less. Stop taking no for an answer, especially when you know you should be hearing a yes. Everybody rights is important. Your right to live as freely as possible, that should be top priority to a degree. But everything else that you know for a fact that should be changed, I gotta change it. Nah, dog, trust me, Mo. Look, I know that part. But see, the bad part about both of them, they both snakes. But they not snakes the way they scamming the people. No, they just snakes amongst each other. I literally heard one day I was coming in. I was getting off work. No, I was going to work. My bad. I was going to work, and he was getting off. Yeah, you bitch ass nigga. You see your ass tomorrow. I was laughing because I'm like, they literally cursed each other out. Like how like how it really is a beef. Like nigga, fuck you. I see your punk ass tomorrow. Like no actual fight. Just like that, in my opinion, that was the best conflict resolution I've seen in my life. They cursed each other out calmly and kept it pushing. Like it wasn't no fight after that. Again, some beefs ain't even that fucking serious. Oh no, you good. Oh, you good, Mo? No, I was just saying, like, some people need to voice their opinions, even to where they live at. If you know you got amenity rights and they being violated, you need to stand up. If you know there's any type of rights that are being violated, especially in the place where you live at, you have to stand firm and stand strong as a community to make sure that the people and the voices of the people are heard. It's time to really like gain the knowledge and the wisdom and start fighting things from those angles. And there are a lot of loopholes in society that actually could be beneficial for those if they just take the time and actually learn what need to be learned. And we'll learn a few extra things. And I can say this again to those who live in any complex, whether it's New York City housing, whether it's a privately owned establishment or whatever. If you know you got the wrong people sitting in these seats, y'all need to vote them out and get the right people in there, especially those who are going to be for the people that live in that residency and everything else. But yeah, we got again, you as people same people that cry and mope about things won't get up and go do something. Well, I'm gonna try to show a blueprint tomorrow. I feel it's needed at some point. There ain't gonna be no Robo Nate. I'm literally coming in, Hulk smashing, and then turn to Bruce Banner afterwards. Because I don't tolerate disrespect from anybody. Not even on a phone call. I don't tolerate no disrespect. And if I just asked a simple question and couldn't even get a full minute of your time, then guess what? You gonna lose a full whatever of your job. Sorry, not playing that. You're either going to accept whatever positions you got or give them to somebody that's worthy of it. And that's the problem too with some of these corporations and some of these spots. Y'all refuse to really look and see and assess who really wants to work and who don't. Marlene, what's going on, baby? You know, that's the sad part about it. You don't want to have to, you know, what sometimes you might. Sometimes you don't want to push the envelope, but you're going to have to. Because when you got corrupt and crooked people, or when you just got unprofessional people that just, no, you should want to stand up and you should get tired of that. Damn, Marlene, you was out here sleep late, baby. Let me find out that Bailey's got to you last night. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Nah, it's all good. Yeah, but some days you're gonna be like that. Look, it's summertime now, so you're gonna have days when you sleeping late. Like today, I wasn't even sleep late, but just for the fact I came out twice to try to assess something and seeing that it's the same shit. Yeah, I'm going in tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh, I was in the Matrix. My bad. Yeah, this metal on metal. There's another thing. It's metal on metal thing because again, another building directly across the street from me. So that's what's up, Marlene. As long as you got the rest, baby. Still owe me a piece of chocolate cake too. And I want the Baileys on top, son. You know, definitely was, definitely going on. Yeah, because I was going wild out earlier. That's why I had to catch myself. See, again, when you just got knowledge, know when to let it all out and when not to, yeah, you pretty much win the battle. So I'm gonna win this battle in this war because I feel I'm gonna end up standing out and being vocal for what's needed. And that's not even my position to do so. But as a tenant, I'm not going through that, and nobody else should. That's everybody. I know sometimes, people be wired. But, when you can't get the rest, try to get the rest when needed. No doubt, Buddha. I know you cooking. I was going to be nosy and ask what you cooking, but I ain't going to be nosy today. I got to figure out what I'm eating soon. I'll go back to work tonight. Yeah. But it should be a quiet one. It's been off and on raining, so I believe even if it rains again, yeah, it's going to be lights out, my sucker. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna need some this week. I'm gonna have to try to get some this week. No, but see, a stern message though for today is just again stand up on what's right. I'm standing up on what's right starting tomorrow because I'm gonna do this the proper way. And if I don't get nothing properly done within that time frame, yeah, okay. And I'm still gonna go over there anyway because I want to find out who hung up on me. Because you hung up on me, you hung up on somebody else doing the same thing. So we gonna be unprofessional. You don't need to have this job. and I prefer that person not even answer the phone if that's the case. I'd rather deal with the Chinese lady or whoever else y'all got, but I'm not dealing with that person because that person is unprofessional and they sound like they don't even want to work there. Also, fight for your rights. Any of your amenity rights, if you living in these complexes, fight. You ain't getting all what's supposed to be in the amenities now. You got a right to voice your opinion. And even bring it to your local offices if you have to. Yeah, I would really hate to do that with these people, but it seems like it's going to be done. You know, and again, just for the ones who are standing up and being vocal and also being on the battlefront, continue to do so, especially if you're fighting for what you believe is right. Because trust me, you're going to have the right people joining with you in the fight, especially if they're getting tired of the same thing. Breeze, what's going on, my guy? Miss QT, what's going on, baby? But that is our duty and our right to stand up for the things that we know we supposed to be entitled to. And yes, we are entitled to those because if you want people to come into these areas and communities, you're supposed to promise them what you promised them. But if you can't even promise half of that, it shouldn't be. You should only be paying half of what the hell you trying to ask for. This is my opinion. I hear you, Marlene. Sometimes you're gonna have to do that, and that's anybody, even the content creators here. Some of us are going hard trying to push what we trying to push, and we trying to do what's necessary for the bill. And then sometimes we just got to take time back. There's nothing wrong with doing that neither. You know, because again, you don't want to overburn yourself. I'm different. Y'all know when I get my crash out time, but other than that, I be on it. So, but you want to have those days, you're gonna have to because your body is telling you that you need to, and that is part of keeping your health intact, getting the right type of balance of rest. So, wait, Marlene, wait, you're right. We're not robots, but guess what? We are not the same. I am a Martian. No, but but some people, they dedicated. Some people are just going to put in that time and effort, especially if they determine to hit a certain goal or just do whatever. That's what they're going to do. But then again, they got to also know too, you can't burn yourself out. You can't be good to the people if you ain't good to yourself. How you going to be able to talk to people if you still have sleep? I can imagine somebody trying to come in and love, yeah, what's going on? I can imagine that happening. But if you even get to that part, you shouldn't even like just take the night off or take the day off, whatever. It's what you are supposed to do. When it's time for your body to rest and take off, take off. But yeah, but that's for anybody, not just in New York City, for anybody that's living in these complexes and their rights or their amenities are not really being included the way it's supposed to. It's time for you to go to your local offices and fight. Because if not, this is what I'm saying. You got some spots that are doing rent hikes and then they shouldn't even do it because people ain't getting half of the stuff they supposed to get. Prime example, if you're in a building where your elevators are messed up, that's a part of that rent too, if I'm not mistaken. That's a part of that amenity. You're supposed to be able to get in and out your building. How you gonna be able to get so? Who gonna be walking up and downstairs? You ain't thinking about people. Again, you got elderly folks who live in this building. You got disabled folks. You got a whole, you know, different variety of people living in some of these complexes. You think they're gonna be going up and down these stairs? Nope. You think the ambulance, if they gotta come in because it could be in a medical emergency, they gotta climb upstairs to go get somebody and then possibly climb downstairs to get somebody? That's not right. I've seen this happen. I went in one building and literally not the fire department, the EMTs had to go up a couple flights and had to come down a couple flights for somebody. Make it make sense. And honestly, the way some of these buildings is shaped, they should have more than 2 elevators. Some of these buildings surprisingly got the one elevator. So imagine if that one elevator is knocked out. You gotta walk up and down them stairs. Who wants to go through all that? I hear you, Marlene. You over here trying to be superwoman today. Oh snap! But you ain't got my Baileys and cream though. See, we gotta fight. You ain't that super. You gotta fight, son. You gotta fight. Yeah, nah, word. You had this. That's what I'm saying. They not thinking. These amenities are supposed to be upheld to the highest extent. Number one, because again, how can you get anywhere or do anything if you don't have no elevator service? Make it make sense. And some of these buildings don't have no elevators. So think about it. Even if it's a brownstone building, some of them don't have elevators, so you're gonna have to walk up. If you want a high floor, you're gonna have to walk up and then come back down. If the ambulance gotta come near, they gotta go up and then come back down. So a lot of different things that need to be retweaked and changed in a lot of different spots. And some people are really gonna have to be vocal about it. That's why I'm saying some of these jobs, these people, they love doing their jobs, but then you got those who just don't. They just doing it for the benefits. And again, if you're only doing something for the benefits, you need to find a different position where you don't got to do as much and you ain't got to worry about messing the people over. But it's rare to get those unless you're doing something on your own. And shoot, the way some of y'all move, y'all seem like even if you had your own, you wouldn't be happy doing it. So you respect people getting helpful inquiries. You really don't need to be doing that at all. Yeah, definitely drop links and show love in here. Help my sis Liz get the hours. Help Marlene and Neff get them hours. They next up. You know, anybody that could be needed, you already know. Drop their links. Shoot, James, do me a favor and drop Platty link too. I know she probably gonna be in the background for a little bit. Like I said, most everybody that's going through something right now, you know, condolences and prayers, and definitely healing prayers. You know, y'all already know. You know, y'all still here, so we still gonna be here when you get back. Right now, take care of what's necessary. Rebecca, what's going on, baby? You know, we definitely gonna have to start being more boisterous. We gonna have to demonstrate. That's the best way to have a successful blueprint for those who might try to go along those roads that people are trying to go. Showing a stern blueprint and standing on it. Oh yeah, and prayers and condolences too to Shay Love. So you could drop Shay link in there too. I'll say anybody that mostly been here, you could drop their links in. See, I'm adamant on that too. I'll stand on just trying to promote and just, bring the best people together for building. So, but I ain't gonna go crazy today. I'm just giving this as a stern warning to some. This is a blueprint too. When you stand on something, stand on it and mean it. Like I mean that. Tomorrow, if this is the same thing that happened like today, it's gonna be a problem. I don't gotta get crazy. I don't gotta worry about no type of arrest and none of that. No, I'm just gonna be real stern and vocal, and I'm gonna keep my composure. Because I've seen some people give these people a run for their money without having to curse at them or do anything. That's why I said we gotta definitely get the right people in these right positions. If these people are doing the wrong things, they don't need to be in those positions. Stand up on all the cords. If a person is being unprofessional, and we have people that just don't know how to be professional, they feel they're gonna answer the phone in any old type of way. They're gonna talk to somebody any old type of way. But you don't have to tolerate that or take that. Neither does that person that listen. The person that's signing your paycheck need to find out what you're doing. And if you're doing something crazy, you need to be gone. Sorry to say it that way. I believe in opportunity for everybody to be employed or have some sort of work. But if you want to be unprofessional in that work, you don't need it. You need to find something that works for you. But you want to have some people, again, they ain't going to tolerate no type of disrespect. You're going to have some people that will right away be in there getting ready to cause a commotion. Why? Because you just was rude. Time when people start jumping on that ball. You got people like that in these positions and these higher positions. Nah, get them up out of here. Because they ain't for you. They only for themselves. They only for the beneficial part of something. That's it. Like I said, we gonna see what all happens tomorrow. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I got some family members coming up, like I said, and they are toddlers and one baby. You think I'm gonna be running around elsewhere with all of them if I got them? Nope. I'm gonna want to sit somewhere close by. So in the event anything does happen, I could bring them right back up where I need to bring them up. Dagmar, what's going on, baby? Hold on. Am I getting something late? Yeah, I'm always getting something late. My bad. Shout outs to King Big, King Morgan. The one thing I am going to be vocal about, and I'm still going to be vocal about, because I need the real men to hear this. But then again, I know the real men mostly already stand in accordance with the old law of the land. But I'm now gonna speak to those who act like they don't adhere to it. Any real man should know law of land, and the law of the land stays as is. No men should be accosting any woman and causing any type of violence or situations to where now a son has to come and defend that person. Real men that was sitting around before that happened could have stopped a lot of that from happening. And it's sad, again, in society where people act like they don't care. Oh, it ain't happened to me, or as long as it ain't happened to nobody around me. But what if it did happen? Just like I'm gonna find that video. Um, I think this was a week ago. This happened out here in the city. Guy literally scathed danger. Why? Because he literally was getting chased by the cops. I don't know for what. He probably hopped. He probably fair hopped. He probably did whatever. But for the fact that he was able to scale from one side and go on the opposite side of the platform and didn't touch that third rail, and that was a long stretch of what he did. He could have made the wrong mistake and died on that track if them trains was coming. But you mean to tell me this is what made it even worse? the people on the opposite side that seen him scale and come on their side, yo, run, son. Yo, son, that's what I'm talking. Run, yo, run, my nigga, run. You encouraging that? You don't know what he running for. For all you know, he could have did something to one of your family members. That's why I'm saying that some people got to stop encouraging the stupidity. You want to encourage some of these people who are evading the law, and you don't even know they could have did something that could have been harmful towards you or yours. You got to always open your mind up and remember that. He could have possibly did something that's why he's being chased. And it could have been detrimental to you, your family, or even the friends around you. You're not even thinking about it, but you're promoting it. You're condoning people running away. But then they'll be crying later, oh, free such and such. You don't even know what he got wrapped up for. You ain't do your research. We got to stop encouraging that stupidity. Oh, no, I seen that part too, Marlene, but guess what? Again, in certain states, they're not playing that with neither one. But it's just in general. You got more men that's doing that more now than anything. You want to cause to attack women. That shit is corny. And the real men that do see that need to knock your head clean off. Because again, that could be somebody's mother, aunt, sister, cousin, niece. You ain't thinking about that. Some of you women too got to stop causing situations too. Because some of y'all cause men to get killed and lose their lives just because of your word of mouth. It's a lot of things that need to, the people have to start standing on. And people doing foul, shady stuff like that, now you got to go. One way or another, you got to go. And I know that part, Marlene, but then you know what? Again, it shouldn't even. But see, that situation I'm speaking on is different. I don't know what the hell took place, but again, for people to be around and allow it to happen, and then somebody got to come back and do something, that goes to show you where the damn morality at. Where's the sense of unity at? Some people cheer on the ignorance and cheer on the stupidness. That really it boggles my mind. You cheering on crime, you cheering on ignorance and everything else, but the things you should be cheering, you're not cheering it. You're not even cheering for those who just graduated, going into their next stage of life. You're not cheering those who are actually trying to stand on the forefronts and build something great and build something for the betterment of the future. You're not cheering those who are actually standing on these squares as far as keeping things intact the way it's supposed to be. Make it make sense. All non-violent offenders, yeah. The non-violent offenders are supposed to be out. And some of them are only still locked up because of old laws that they still ain't get rid of yet. Prime example in New York, you got some people who are just coming home from old drug wars. Now that certain drugs is legal now, look, a lot of people coming home now. But look at those who had to spend time just for the simplest thing, like even a dime bag or 20 bag or something like that. Simple things like that. Non-violent offenses most of the time, yeah, keep them out. They shouldn't be locked up unless they doing something that they know for a fact is a problem and it's a crime. Now, if it's something that you know for a fact goes against whatever and you know it could be, okay, then look, you do what you got to do. All non-violent offenders, man, look, I would say either desk appearance ticket or just whatever, or give them one of them, how you would say them ACBs. Stay out of trouble for like 6 months. Stuff like that. It should even sometimes the criminal system is fucking benefiting the criminals. Make it make sense. That's why I'm saying we got to bring it back. Bring back that strong notion of putting the right people in position so we could get the right things done. Sunshine, what's going on, my guy? See you up in here. I felt this was duly noted today. Take back what's rightfully yours. Your right to be free, your right to live free, and try to at least try to keep yourself as safe as possible. Keep the people around you safe and sound. It's gonna be a long stretch of a week. I already sense it. So nah, we do, bro. Because there's some things that we know, even as men, we shouldn't tolerate and allow to happen. I'm not gonna allow anybody or any female in my family to get. But even now, if I know even down to detail what's going on, I'm still not allowing nobody to get punched in their face or possibly beat up in front of me. I'm not doing that. And even then, some women, y'all got to stop allowing some of the women to do the things they do. Because the same way we look at the men, we got to look at the women too. It's a two-way street. We got to be able to detect and deter certain things and then just stop it from happening. If you see an elderly person getting accosted or even possibly could be getting beat up, you think it's right, and you could have stopped it. I don't care if you armed or not. You could have stopped it. That is your duty. Because guess what? That could have been one of your family members. You would have allowed that to happen too. That could have been your child. Would you have allowed that to happen? Those are the questions you got to start asking when you allow certain things to happen to people that shouldn't happen to. I think I could do another panel tonight. Who knows? I'm gonna open up the panel tonight. I don't know what time, but I'm gonna open the panel tonight. Hey, y'all more than welcome to pop in on it because yeah, we got to get this going. It's time for some people to see that more you sit back and allow certain things to keep happening, more they gonna keep happening. And all this kind of does tie into part two, though. Knowledge and adversity. A lot of things are gonna go hand in hand, whether you believe it or not. But this is definitely a good talking conversation, and even for those who catch the replay, especially for those again who live in New York City housing complexes or even in any type of apartment complexes around the city or around the world. If you know that things not being implemented and they not being given as they supposed to be, you have a right to voice your opinion and you have a right to do so. Don't continuously sit back and let them feed you a dream because if you ain't even getting half of the amenities you're supposed to get when you moving in these communities, then you shouldn't have to pay full price to whatever until they are able to get those. You got some people who having problems with their gas lines, stoves, all of that. They not getting that fixed right way, and that's a part of the amenity. You need your stove and stuff to cook. You need your sinks, your bathrooms fixed, so on and so forth. Get to really voicing your opinion. And some of y'all gonna have to go to the city and to see city's offices because the housing workers act like they don't care. And it doesn't matter about you backed up on tickets. That's because you don't got enough people doing the job. And at one point, y'all was allowing people, even whether they was on the housing lease or not. to get into these programs. A lot of them now you got all these outside contractors doing things. That's one thing we need to voice our opinion on too. Stop having these outside people mess it up even more for us. You had people that knew exactly what they was doing. They was professionals in these areas that was needed, and they would get the job done in less time, so they ain't have to worry about much. Get back to that. You know, we gonna definitely keep bringing these type of talks, convos, because people are gonna adhere to some of this, because it's gonna start really getting to a point where it's gonna make them even feel a type of way. And instead of having to get violent and have to go through a system, do it the professional way. Like I'm gonna do it professional tomorrow, and I go voice my opinion on a few things. And if I feel I don't get a professional response, then I'm gonna give a real professional response to the high ups, or until somebody gets the picture. That's really about it. Mostly, hopefully, I hope all of y'all enjoying y'all Taco Tuesdays. I've been running around most of the morning. I'm about to go figure out my lunch. Like I said tonight, I'll definitely be back. It might be a little later. We'll see. Um, but I'll just drop the panel in, and y'all more than welcome. It's an open topic, anything. So definitely was a good talk. And hopefully somebody got something out of this. There's ways to take care of situations without having to get to extreme violence or ignorance. Just gotta have a professional, strong mindset to do it. See, now if I'd have went in there today in the mood I was already in, I wouldn't have been as professional. But tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be, man, listen, they're going to get the strongest eulogy ever from somebody without having to get a eulogy like I normally give people. So, you know, this was definitely a good talking conversation. Again, I'll be back later on tonight. We go try to get myself in order before I crash out myself. Um, when you adamant on certain things, you're going to continuously keep the things going. So that's what I'm going to do here. Sunshine, you good, bro? If you want to, bro, you could jump on the channel. You could jump on the panel tonight, bro. You got something you want to bring to the forefront, any knowledge or awareness, you're more than welcome, bro. Panel always open. 'Cause again, I want people to see that there's a blueprint. I have people that's going to be coming from different parts, and they're going to tell you some of the things that I speak about is a general occurrence that's happening everywhere. And if we don't see that, we're going to lose this war forever. Why lose the war when we could at least be on top to win it? You know, definitely about to figure out my lunch. For those on the West Coast, I know it's just early lunchtime, baby. For those in the UK, I already know what it is. Y'all already about to be a couple hours away from Wednesday. Then for all you Australia babies that best with your boy, and I ain't forget about y'all too, Japan and everybody else. Happy Hump Day. Hopefully y'all enjoying yourselves, or you will enjoy yourselves. Um, yeah, but that's how I keep it over here, Sunshine. That's how I mostly try to keep it. We go all hit this panel and have a good conversation and dialect. And again, as long as the people are seeing that there's a blueprint of different people that's going to be coming here bringing these combos is necessary, and it's always beneficial. So yeah, Dagmar, I had to mess with y'all and a few other ones. Don't worry. You future babies. I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, this should be a blueprint for some who are going to stand up on certain things. There's a way to do it, and there's a way not to do it. The way to keep doing it is just being professional, even when people ain't being professional. Dagmar, you should have been asleep. I know it's almost 6 in the morning over there. Damn it! If it ain't 6 in the morning, go to sleep. Darn vampires. um, Appreciate you, James. Yeah, like I said, I'll definitely be back tonight. The panel will be open in case anybody wanted to chime in and add something to the forefront. I feel like this is ghetto action news, starring your boy Nate the Great. But again, it doesn't matter how the message is being, presented, as long as there's a message. Keyword. No matter who it's coming from, as long as there's a stern message in there, that's gonna always look good. That's gonna show you that everybody is really gonna bring things the way they need to bring it. Oh, I forgot, Dagmar. I forgot you in the UK. I don't know why I thought you was in Australia. My bad. I'm about to say you better take your butt to sleep. You don't want to hear you tired because you over here. You want to play hooky over here, being on these social media interwebs. Nah, that's all good. Definitely try to get you some rest, Dagmar. That's for anybody. Try to get y'all some rest. I'll definitely set a time reminder for the night. Um, y'all more than welcome. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. And for everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. Like I said, I'm gonna set a reminder. I could say give or take. Let's see if everything clear up on my job by a certain time. I could set that reminder for about 9 or 10, give or take. It could be 10 o'clock, but we'll definitely be back in. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.